Let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country, and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen. Next order.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
May I call upon Honorable Nicholas Nzioka to lay down the papers.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to lay the following papers on the table of the Assembly today, the 27th February 2023. A, the third generation County Integrated Development Plan for 2023-2027. B, first and second quarter report for the Department of Trade, External Relations. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I still call upon you, Honorable Nzioka.
Madam.
Sorry? May I commit those two papers to the Committee on Trade, Economic Planning and Industrialization Committee and all other sectoral committees to handle those papers. May I call upon Honorable Grace Bahati to proceed and lay the paper.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Grace Bahati, MCA, Cheleni Ward, and the chairperson of Education Committee. Honorable Speaker, I wish to report the committee is not ready. I request to be given more time up to Tuesday, 7th March 2023. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Permission is granted to lay the matter on a later date if the committee is not ready. Thank you. Next order.
Point of information, Madam Speaker.
Yes, Mheshimiwa Gunga.
Madam Speaker, thank you for catching my eye, but before that report is deferred, I think, Madam Speaker, it's common knowledge that there are issues that I think that report we need to address. Madam Speaker, you think you are aware that there has been a lot of persuasions from different areas that members will need to agree on the committees that were going to be raised from the particular wards. Realize, Madam Speaker, here we are talking about 40 committees, not one committee. And so, Madam Speaker, we agreed that there is going to be...
And I think, Honorable Ngunga, I think that's why the matter has been deferred, because they're not ready with that.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Mheshimiwa Mudhwani, member for Mudhwani.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just have noticed something, though, that the committee chair has said the report is not, committee is not ready. Procedurally, Madam Speaker, any report that comes before this House, like a report that we have already, it means that the committee has sat down, deliberated on the issues, and they have agreed, and the chairperson of that committee is having full ownership of the document. The document before us, if it was supposed to be debated, Madam Speaker, does not have any ownership. It's not signed, it does not have a date, so the chairperson needs to own that document that now, before she brings to this House, shows that they are conversant. So I wish to note that, Madam Speaker.
Honorable member, that is why the Honorable Chair said she is not ready. Isn't that the reason? Members. So that matter has been settled and deferred to a later date.
Madam Speaker, I think before we say it's settled, there are issues that if we don't iron them out here...
We'll handle those issues that...
Point of order, Madam Speaker. I think the honorable members are out of order by overruling you, yet you have ruled on this matter already. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Majority Leader. I think that matter should be settled by now. We don't have to belabor on it. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion, approval of nominee to the ward bursary committees.
On this one, since the chair has informed the House that the report is not ready, the motion will be dealt with at a later date. Can we have the next order?
Order number 9, adjournment of the House.
I believe it is not that matter that we have handled. Okay.
Madam Speaker, I'm raising on a matter of concern. This is a house of procedure. We didn't receive a message that we were supposed to have a sitting at exactly 10. And we complied with that. Some were here, and others on their way, they got a message that we are supposed to be in this house. The session is supposed to begin at 12. Looking at the odometer on the screen, it's already almost heading to 1:30, Madam Speaker. I'm standing on a point of concern. Madam Speaker, it is good for honorable members to be informed. We have been kept outside waiting, as if we don't know what is happening, Madam Speaker. And if this trend will have to continue, Madam Speaker, then it deprives of the members the morale even to come to this House, considering even the fact that this session will not be paid, Madam Speaker. So kindly in future, this issue need to be addressed. If there are issues that maybe are delaying the transactions and delay operations in the House, Madam Speaker, it is good we communicate so that we have been sitting here for the last almost 4 hours, having no communication, nothing. So in future, if this has to happen, Madam Speaker, then it might pose a great danger to the future transaction of this House. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. That is well noted. I hope it is not the same issue. Thank you. Proceed. Then next, Mheshimiwa Ngunga. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Jutas Ndawa, the area MCA, Matu Ward. Honorable Speaker, I just want to caution the House. We were given the mandate by the electorate on 9th. The members of public woke up very early in the morning, went to the polling streams to cast their vote or to transfer the authority provided before by Article 1 of the Constitution. Honorable Speaker, once we have been given that authority, we are bound to do things the way they are supposed to be done. And every member of this House and every officer is bound to work with what we call due diligence. Honorable Speaker, I understand the Chair, Education has deferred the debate was supposed to come here today. And that was the best option. I want to say echo to her. One of the reasons why I'm saying this, Honorable Speaker, there is no business which can be discussed unless it has been brought to this House, then committed to the respective committee. The business that we were supposed to discuss today has never landed in this House and has never become a property of this House. So I wonder how the committee was purporting to interrogate a report which has never seen its way to this House. Honorable Speaker, in human resource language, the newly employed personnel, we call them proteges. And the ones who are experienced, we call them mentors. We need to, we cannot remain how we mean to behave as if we are proteges. We are now 6 months old in this House. And Honorable Speaker, we don't want to use dubious means to address issues here. Then the other time, you will find that the matter has been taken to court. We are here complaining that we don't have enough resources. And if we do things the way we are now purporting to do, the matter will land to court, and the images of us will be, our image will be tarnished. And you also, Speaker, as the CEO of this House, I believe you are very senior counsel and very honorable counsel who does things in the right way. Kindly, Honorable Speaker, don't be swayed by anything to take what we call shortcuts. Honorable Speaker, on the other issue, the only authorized body which can alter the calendar of this House is the House Business Committee, not any other body. As per the standing orders, no any other body has powers to alter the calendar. Honorable Speaker, I'm a member of that House Business Committee, and I don't remember sitting as House Business Committee to say we are going to alter. We sit on Monday. The assembly sits on Wednesdays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I don't know how you managed to convene.
Madam Speaker, I don't know why the honorable member, who is a senior member of this House, tries to contradict himself. He stood on Wednesday and afternoon and seconded this sitting. Is he in order to contradict himself, Madam Speaker?
Point of order, Madam Speaker. Maybe point of order, Madam Speaker.
Allow me to conclude because I'm not far from concluding, Honorable Speaker.
Let him reply and then you are the next.
I'm very sure a Muindi was being discussed. We will never have a clean cloth. If people say his clothes are usually dirty, even if he use one rollie of Omo to clean his clothes, they will not be clean because people have discussed and they have said he always use or put on dirty dresses. Honorable Speaker, I was just questioning the House.
Procedure.
So that the procedure.
Yeah.
Then the other issue, Honorable Speaker, I advise the chair because I have a lot of interest in whatever is happening. This committee for bursary is very urgent. But when it's urgent, let us not violate the regulation which is there. Honorable Speaker, for instance, or for example, the team which is brought from a 2 ward.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
No, I'm just questioning for that reason.
I think the honorable,
discuss-
the honorable
can't
member is
discuss
discussing a report
not
that has
here.
been withdrawn from the House, Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Madam Speaker. That we ensure that we adhere to the regulation to
Yeah.
avoid these issues.
Regulation must be a thing.
Let us adhere. And anything which is not following the procedure, which is not following the laid down from me, I'm not going
Honorable
to be
member,
part.
your point is home.
Kindly.
Yes.
And
It
I'm
is home.
requesting the table office should be able also to guide and give the right advice.
The point is taken.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Ngunga.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think the first issue that Mheshimiwa Dominic raised is what I wanted to raise on, and I think that has been handled. I think you've taken note. It has been historical about time, and that's not keeping time, but I think that will be addressed. The other issue, Madam Speaker, I wanted to raise, and this is very serious, is about what Mheshimiwa Dawa is raising up. These standing orders with me, Madam Speaker. There are moments that the House will need to sit on emergency situations, and Madam Speaker, your office has been given that power through a special sitting. You can call a special sitting any day that you wish, so that the House dispenses off with matters that are urgent. The other times that, Madam Speaker, you can sit is when the times that the calendar of the House has been given by the House Business Committee, that is given. We have Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we can sit here. The other times that we can sit is when, for example, they say, if Wednesday there was a sitting that agreed and a motion was passed, that motion, Madam Speaker, procedurally needed to have gone to the House Business Committee for apportioning, because that was not urgent. It is only a special sitting that has a special day, Madam Speaker. Otherwise, if it is a motion, that motion goes to the House Business Committee, like any other procedural motion.
Honorable
Madam Chair,
Buka,
let me
that-
just
that
wind
has
up with
been
this.
addressed.
I understand, Madam Speaker, but you
It's
know,
going to be back and forth, and will take a lot of time here.
Madam Speaker, there has been a lot of persuasion around the corridors here saying that a motion can be discussed here and people decide to sit the following day. If a motion has been passed that business should be done, then that motion will find itself to the House Business Committee to be apportioned time. The only time that, Madam Speaker, we have time explicitly to discuss a business is when you gazette a special sitting, which defines the business to be done on that particular day, time, and place. This one here, Madam Speaker, this sitting here, if we have to pursue this, Madam Speaker, I am sure issues would have been raised about procedure, about the content of the matter, but I'm happy at least the chair has done it this way.
And I suspect, not suspect, I'm almost convinced that perhaps that is the reason that she has withdrawn.
Thank you,
this.
Madam Speaker.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
Madam
I don't
Speaker.
know why we are back and forth. This is sorted out earlier, and we have continued discussing something that.
See you members in Mombasa. See you Mombasa. See you Mombasa members. See you Mombasa.
Madam Speaker, I wish to bring to your attention that we have a stranger in the house, and it is very dangerous. When you look up there, there is a stranger, and if that animal happens to fall in this house, Madam Speaker, it can cause a lot of chaos for this house. There is a very dangerous animal in the house, Madam Speaker. It's a wild animal, and if it happens to fall down, Madam Speaker, the lives of these honorable members will be in danger.
What animal is
Over and above that, Madam Speaker. Over and above that, Madam Speaker, so that we can continue and finish this session before the worst happens, I wish to bring to your attention, Madam Speaker, so that you can guide us. Now the chair has withdrawn, and I want members, you listen to this. Honorable members, listen.
Let's not go back there.
It is critical because you will guide on the same.
No, I decline your.
Madam, it is a very, I'm not discussing the report.
Declined, it is
I'm not
declined.
discussing the report. I'm giving you information so that you can guide.
Have a seat, Mheshimiwa.
It is very important, Madam
Have a
Speaker.
seat.
Okay.
Have a seat. Okay. Sorry, that animal, I don't know how we'll handle it. The sergeant at arm will handle the animal. We don't know. Let's proceed. Next order. Sorry? Oh, you have? Okay. May I invite the majority leader, order members, to move the motion, the next motion.
Madam Speaker, Before I move the motion of adjournment, is it in order for Mheshimiwa Fomua to accuse me of having brought this unwanted stranger in the house and purporting that it could be some form of some superior's power that I'm bringing to the house?
It's alleged to be in your ward.
It is alleged to be my ward. Just for information, I will arrange with the Kenya Wildlife Service to see how we can honorably
That's a better way of handling
transfer the
matter.
animal to its rightful residence.
Honorable
It's
Speaker,
a squirrel.
suppose we are ants. Honorable Speaker, this is not a squirrel, it's not a cat.
Maybe I should move the motion before it comes down. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, that aware that the second session of the Third Assembly commenced on 15th February
Order,
2020.
members. Order. Proceed. Thank
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, that aware that the second session of the Third Assembly commenced on 15th February 2023, pursuant to Standing Order 24 on regular sittings of the Assembly. Aware that the Standing Order 27 provides for the days and hours of plenary sitting. Further aware that the Standing Order 28 states that a member may at any time, for reasons stated, seek leave to move that the House adjourns. Aware that there is need to have members trained on generation of business. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that the House resolves that A, to adjourn the sittings of Tuesday 28th February 2023 and Wednesday 1st March 2023 to resume on 7th March 2023 at 10 a.m. And B, any documents that are received during this period to be committed to the relevant committee for processing and communicated when the House resumes. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I request the Honorable Member, my good friend from Matu Ward, the minority leader of this House, to second the motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do second the motion that this House adjourn to do some other businesses and also give the Committee on Education time to collect the issues that might be in that report, so that as we resume on Tuesday, we don't waste a lot of time on the report. In fact, we want to ensure that things go very fast so that we don't hold the county at ransom. So I support that we adjourn and request the honorable members who are affected by the so-called report kindly make efforts to liaise with the committee so that once we come here on Tuesday, we don't find ourselves in the same status. So, Honorable Speaker, I second the motion and wish the members. I wish them good time as you go back to your electorate. Just go and pass my regards or my greeting to them. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. May I now invite, I now propose the question that House resolves. I propose the question that the House resolves to adjourn the sittings of Tuesday, 28th February 2023 and Wednesday, 1st of March 2023 to resume on 7th March 2023 at 10 a.m. That any documents that are received during this period to be committed to the relevant committee for processing and communicated when the House resumes. I now invite members to debate this motion. I now put the question that the House resolves to adjourn the sittings of Tuesday, 28th February 2023 and Wednesday, 1st March 2023 to resume on 7th March 2023 at 10 a.m. That any documents that are received during this period to be committed to the relevant committee for processing and communicated when the House resumes. As many are of the opinion say ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. The House adjourns to Tuesday, 7th March 2023 at 10 a.m.